Hey, welcome back everybody. Well, what we're working on today is a Kawasaki Prairie 400. These are some good old workhorses. These machines just keep going and going. They know how to make them, boy. And wait a second. And sorry, I get into these projects fixing this is for a customer, and then I say, hey, man, somebody might need to know this. They might want to know this. So I said, why don't I make a video? Well, as you can see, I get into it and then I come up with it. So this will be how to, this is the gas tank, how to put this on. This is, you can do a replace your carburetor too situation. Because this one here had a leak and it was leaking out the overflow. And generally what that is, when it leaks out the overflow, it's that the needle valve is not seating. Now, it can be two things. The needle valve can be bad, or the float just needs a little bit of adjustment to put a little more pressure on the needle valve. So that's what I did. I went in here and I just put a little more pressure so that float will put a little more pressure on that needle valve, and we're going to see if that fixes it or not. I'm going to do that before I go replacing the needle valve. Now, I probably should, but I'll give it a try here first. Now, what I am in here for really, originally, is this thing needs a starter. And to tell you, I think what killed this starter was that gas was leaking out of here right on top of the starter. Now, these are supposed to be sealed, but over time, this seal, this is right here, it'll get messed up. It'll shrink. And then if you have gas pouring on it a lot, then gases get down in there and it won't take long to destroy that starter. That's what happened here. Now to get to that, you just take the tank off. Just take the tank off, will get you into here so you can get the starter and the carburetor. Get you up to a lot into these. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get in there. Now, I'll push this out of the way. Now on this carburetor, I'm going to, this brand, or this one, which I don't see that very often, it has coolant running through here to heat up the carburetor. So this is the gas line. This is a coolant line, as you see it going down there. And then here's the other coolant line. So what they do is just run coolant through here, and it keeps the carburetor warm to keep it from frosting up or anything like that. They don't do that much anymore. Sometimes it's electric heater that they put on. But this one's got the coolant. So you'd have to take those two lines off. If you have, I think that's a 2000. So if you have that. That's, you're replacing or fixing your carburetor. That's if you had to get in here. So that's just showing you how that is. This here, I don't know why, but some of those, for cold starting, you squirt that and it'll squirt gas in there. It might help it at cold starting. You generally don't need that. The choke generally does the job. All right, so first of all, we're going to go down here. Here's the wire right here. We're going to, that's the number 10. We'll pull that wire off. That looks pretty shady there, don't it? Look at that. That's got 12 volts sometimes going through it. So what we're going to do is put some tape or something on that. It did have a rubber boot here, and I'm going to show you it too. But the gas destroyed it. It had that rubber boot on it. And unfortunately, the new one don't come with a rubber boot. So we're gonna look like it was rubbing or a mouse got in here. I'm not sure what, but we're gonna put some tape on that and try to seal that up a little bit. All right, number 10. Pop that off. These are number 10. Each one of these number 10s. Just pull those off. Okay. Then you should be able to just pull the thing out. Now, sometimes what you might need to do is, see this part right here? You can come under here and hit that, and it'll push it right out. I can't do it at 2 times. So let me put you in the stand. All right, I got you zoomed in there. This is the starter right here. So you can see this. And I'm just going to put this screwdriver here, and then, see it? There it is. Let's back you up. And show you over here. Comes right out. There it is. There's the starter. And then, I'm looking nasty down in there. See all that? Looks really nasty down in there, but wish I would have cleaned that up before I put the new one in. But I'll take a little bit of time. I'm going to try to get a rag and wipe all that gunk out of there and bring you back here. All right, there I got you dialed in there. We got a new starter. Starter right here, and this is right where it goes, right into there. So you make sure this is up and set her right in there where the old one was. Pretty simple. Come on, get in there. There it is. Okay, then it goes too far and you have to back it up a bit. Line up these bolts here. There. Then you got this here, which first of all, I'm gonna have to tape that up or do something with that. I'll do that. Let me pause that. And then you do that before I put it on there. See that on there? So let me pause and bring you right back. Okay, I decided to go another way. I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I think I got a better way to seal that up that I like better than tape, because tape just goes bad. You ever seen that, how electrical tape, sometimes it'll just go mess up and stop doing what it's doing? So I got a better idea. I'll show you. So let's go ahead and put this in here. Zip this down. Don't crank them down too hard. Same with this. Kind of hold it. See, it kind of moves. I like it over here. Just tight. Don't put too much. Now I'll show you what I'm going to do here. Well, first of all, spray a little bit of brake cleaner on here and clean that up. Okay. Then we're going to grab some silicone. See what I got here. Yeah. 100% silicone. You've probably seen me use this on a bunch of different stuff. Comes in handy. And I'm just going to put silicone that. Put a glob on there. And I'm just going to put some over here too. So if anything keeps it, that'll work better than if you tape it. It just, just works better. Okay, now before we go any farther, we need to test this. Make sure that it works. So let's see here. I have my solenoid over here undone, so I'm going to show you that too. We're going to replace the solenoid too. Come on, cooperate. There it is. Works great. There you go. Success. Now this is a new solenoid. I'll probably go ahead and put it on there since it came with it. But there you go. That's replacing the starter on a Kawasaki. Now what we're going to do, if I'm going to go ahead and with it, if you don't need no more, that's fine. But we're putting the carburetor back on. Okay. So we'll slip this carburetor. Oh, before we do that, that thing's crooked. That's wrong. Okay. Before we do that, we got to get this one here. This is the other coolant back on there. And I am questioning. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to put that on there. Okay, I'm going to have to replace this. Let me show you. I don't know. Will that work? I guess it does. Okay. So I pulled that off because it didn't want to work. Come on. There you go. Okay. It works. Okay. I thought it wasn't going to work, but it worked. Okay. So we got to put this coolant line back on there. It's a little difficult, but because it's hard to juggle because there ain't enough on that coolant line. There ain't enough. There we go. Okay, I got both coolant lines on. We'll pull this back, pop this into here, and then you're going to need to pop this. This is the goes for the intake, and then try to get the bottom on that, and then oops. Yeah, probably the top, but there it goes. Pop that on there. Okay, make sure it's straight. Okay, I don't know if you can see all that. Yeah. Back out. All right, let me show you that. Sorry about that. All right, so I'll do it again here. So first of all, we want to put this one in here. Make sure it's up there tight. Okay, and then this one here, you push it down. There we go. Whoop. You gotta make sure it gets, the bottom is what's harder to get, figure out if it's gonna get it. Sorry if I'm getting in your way. There it is. Nope, it's not on the bottom. There we go. It could be It's gonna be a big pain. Oh, there we go. Okay, now it's all the way around. Make sure your carburetors. Let's get the. This needs to go in a different location. This goes on this side. There you go. Okay, make sure the carburetor's level. You push it all the way in there. This is pushed in there, and then you put your. There's that one. One clamp, and then just get the other clamp over here. Hold it. If you hold one side, it makes it a little easier. Okay. Nice and then this is the idle screw. It goes out here. There's a little clip for it. You'll see it before you take it off. Where the idle screw goes, or before you can adjust the idle, it comes out over here. Okay, this is a vent. It's still in good shape. This is an air vent, and you put that on there because that goes down, and that keeps stuff from getting in there, but it lets the carburetor breathe. Now, see this here? That's wrong there. Let's pull that loose. That's not supposed to be how this is. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it. It's too much of an angle, so you loosen this up. See how that looks so much nicer? Works better there. That works. That's the gas. This is your throttle. All right, everything's back in there. Like that. All right. Now this is for your fuel. So we got to get your tank over here. Let me make sure I got you out far enough so you can see all this. Okay. Of course, shut the fuel off. All right. And now you can't see nothing over there. Let's come over here. There we are. Okay. So you just want to hook your fuel line in. Lift it up a little bit. turn it at an angle. And this needs to pull back off. This was, I just put it on there to make sure I shut it off. Okay. We need, this is a little too tight. Let's loosen that up. And let's push that on. Make sure she's up there. This can be a little challenging here because you got to get your screwdriver in there to tighten that up. Okay, tight. Now what you got to do is, there's on these Kawasaki, there's a hole up here. If you can see that. See that hole right there? That's where there's parts up here, there's little bump outs. That's what holds the front of the tank. See, it's where a piece goes in there. So put that goes in there, and then there's two bumps out that they slide in there. And this is how you do it. Just slide it in there. Make sure. This can be a challenge sometimes. But you can do it. Just takes a little working around it. You know, of course, it's going to fight you. Oh, there we go. Now I'll work on getting that. Pull this out. There we go. There we go. Of course, it's going to fight you a little bit. Would be mechanics if it didn't fight you. Be easy, everybody be doing, all right? All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in here, and this goes in there one way. There's a little notch. You look on it, you'll see how it goes. Not too hard. Okay, we're going to turn the gas on and look for leaking. Oh, yeah, we got leaking. Oh, wow. See, we got leaking right there. What the heck? Huh. Well, let's no. There's one up here. Okay, no. Okay, it's on. And it's leaking. Well, the carburetor's not leaking. But this is, so you know what that means? Probably gonna have to, that shut off is not right. Well, let's watch it. Well, let's go ahead and see if it's gonna start. Turn the key on. Runs great, starts up. Now we have the issue of that shutoff might be leaking. So that's another deal we'll have to address. So I'll watch that, and if it is leaking, we'll have to replace it. But there you go. There's the starter and the carburetor. So if you need to replace one on this, and here I'll just this here. This just goes right back on here. Two screws, one there, and then you got the screws back here. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple there. But I'm going to leave this out for a bit. I'm going to run it before I put all this back on here to make sure that that thing don't keep leaking. I'll watch that and make sure the carburetor don't, because sometimes running it might cause it to leak. So, all right, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching, and I hope somebody out there needs to know about these. Have one of these old Kawasaki's. They last forever. You take care of them. And thanks for watching. Have a good one. Take care. And hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if this is your first time coming. It helps the channel. I'm trying to get more and more on it, and we'll see where we can go with this channel. You know, it's what builds a channel are you. You guys and girls build the channel. I mean, I guess I can do with the content if I can get some better content, but it helps all you out there. You guys are great. Take care.